All right, so as you guys know, today is a very important day. Today is the deadline for the first series of the build-off. So if you guys who have watched the last couple of Tommy's videos, you could tell he's a little bit behind. I'm quite a bit ahead of him in terms of the engine swap, and so it's very apparent I'm gonna be running first. So we set a deadline, and I wanna at least try and get to it, because it'd be cool if we can make it happen. Now, we got a lot to do today, an insane amount. A lot of little stuff, a lot of setting stuff up, and we got to see if we can get this thing to run. We're gonna grind and see what happens. The last bit of the intercooler piping stuff that I need, hopefully picking up in about an hour, so we'll see how that goes. I gotta do all my vacuum stuff. I gotta rig together an intake. I have to do my slave cylinder. I still gotta bring my brakes and just a bunch of stuff. So, hi Justin. So while we wait for the couplers and the pipe that we need to show up, figured it's a good time to do the vacuum lines, or at least most of them. So what I could do now is, gotta run a vacuum line to the fuel pressure regulator, gotta run a vacuum line for the PCV system on both sides, and cap everything else. That's basically all we should need for now. So hit up the part store to get some caps and some vacuum line. This thing's so pretty. And we're back. So first one, easy one, is a vacuum line for the fuel pressure regulator right here. We're just gonna go straight to underneath the throttle body. It should be like right here. Just hit it right underneath the intake. Now we're gonna do the PCV line. Next is the PCV fitting on the valve cover. It's gonna be going right into the intake, and there's a fitting underneath. So we're gonna run the hose down by the fuel rail. That line is ran underneath the intake. I was gonna run it with the fuel line to like kind of all put in one spot, but it makes it too bulky looking. I like it. It actually looks nice because it looks more complete. The hoses are like a semi-gloss black, so it actually looks pretty cool. But the last piece is now the PCV line. Goes from here and down, basically drips into the oil pan. Now, OEM oil separator usually sits there, and I always swear by it, but with the Megan Racing manifold, it doesn't fit. Unfortunately, I'm really upset about that, so what I'm gonna be doing is adding a catch can in the future, but for now, we're just gonna basically put a pipe through it. Nice and clean. Always rotate the hose so you don't see the stupid letters on it. It looks so much nicer. But this side, this is supposed to go back into the intake. For now, we might put a breather filter on it until we realize what the hell we're doing for our intake, because that's still kind of up in the air. So after that, we just had to plug up all the loose vacuum lines. There's a few fittings underneath the intake on the throttle body that we don't need. So we just plug those up with some vacuum fittings. Now, while we're waiting for the rest of the parts to come in, we're gonna just put it in the air and do the slave cylinder real quick, because I forgot to do that. I really need to invest in one of these. So, funny thing, I was telling Justin how I was upset because I lost my sway bar end links and I couldn't find them anywhere, and I know no idea where they went. They were actually attached to the upper swing arm this whole time, just like tucked back. I had no idea.
Right there.
Right there.
We found them.
We found them. You can see how they're attached to the arm. They had them tucked inside of them, so I had no idea. Good news. One less thing I gotta order.
And they even had the nuts on them too.
But I lost the bolt for this. Easy peasy. So while the car's on the lift, I want to show you guys the custom subframe we did. Justin and I thought we were being pretty forgiving on how much we cut the subframe width-wise. We thought we cut too much, but we cut just enough. Look at the clearance. We cut nice and wide. Just fits. All right, since Steffi's the best girlfriend ever, she went and picked up the fittings for me. So we got our 290s. They're red, but they'll work for now. I'll probably just tape them black. You won't really see them, but just want to get the car together. And then the U-pipe that we needed, thought it was 2-inch, and of course it's not, it's 2.5. I guess he didn't have our tape measure around, so whatever. We'll make something work, but in the meantime, we're gonna try and fit this on. So besides the fact that it's red, the 90 works out perfectly. So now I'll just order some, nice black ones, while these will work in the meantime for mock-up purposes and starting purposes. So I guess now it's time to tackle the hot side. Really counting on that 2-inch pipe. Kind of got screwed, but we'll figure it out. Both couplers are now on. Now, time for the tricky part, and that's trying to figure out what the heck to do for the turbo outlet. I have to improvise for now, see if I can find materials, or we can make materials work that we have, so Let's brainstorm. The red has to go ASAP. That looks horrible. Well, I feel like a huge weight just got lifted off me. Justin went and checked his like storage unit bay and realized that he had a brand new piece of 2-inch aluminum. It's like the greatest thing ever. Look at this, brand new vibrant pipe. Gonna have to do a few pie cuts on this one, but it'll be worth it. Now we can get this pipe to sit exactly how we want instead of having to compromise, and that is fantastic because I don't want to have to compromise just because we're trying to get this thing done quick. So.
I'm trying to think what I need to do for pie cuts on that to get it to fit in that space.
Let's hope y'all hungry because a lot of pie is coming down. We're gonna do 5 18-degree cuts. And so they're gonna be pretty big chunks, but with the aluminum, we can't let it get too thin like the titanium or else it's just gonna blow through it and it's gonna be a pain in the ass to weld and Justin's gonna have a miserable time. We don't have much room to work with, so he's gotta make this pretty tight for how big it is. So we'll see how it goes. We got some messy boys, but this will, that's hot. This will give you, oh, it's so hot. This will give you an idea of how it's gonna look. Not as many cuts as the titanium, of course, but this will easily get the job done. Nice and tight. So the pies are now deburred. Now it's time to start tacking it into place. Well.
What do we have here? Me.
Oh, there you go, look how beautiful that is. That's perfect. Look how nice this fits in there. Perfect radius. Now we just gotta figure out how to get this to sit like right here. So we're gonna need like probably one more awkward cut. We'll get it to work. Or we can make it up with the titanium. We'll see. This is what we're gonna go with right here. This shape actually centers the pipe like perfectly on the frame rail. And if we try to like go down and over, it would push out the fitting too much and we wouldn't get that center point. So as you can see, like perfect setup. And then we're gonna make up this little 30-degree angle with the titanium. Literally stuck in this thing. Oh, there it is. That's a special move. See out here. So I just hooked up the place filament line. Another thing I forgot. Now, gotta bleed that a little bit later. This looks perfect. Really happy with this, especially for like a quick last minute thing. And the fitment is fantastic.
I think that's gonna be the Yahtzee.
That's the Yahtzee. 3 pies in a straight. And another straight. So now we're gonna be following the same process last night, but a lot less. We're gonna be mocking up the pies, tacking them in place, making sure that all fits, and then he's just gonna send it and weld them all together. Tedious process, but it's gonna be badass. So the whole point of this, guys, is to get it that nice straw look. As you can see, the tip was actually starting to get there. Because right now it kind of just looks like some dirty stainless steel. We want it to have that nice, pretty straw look that I keep saying. That vacuum line fitment though. So I lost the nice bolts I had for this, so don't mind a crusty boy right there. I'll get new ones tomorrow. The best part of the night. Chinese food. Not even focused. Dude, this looks so good. I'll never get over that.
Well, if you build a bridge, you can.
Yeah, good time.
God, you're so corny. Holding it in. Come on, just let it out, RJ. It was so good.
That was totally a dead.
All right, so it's all mocked up. We have it coming down, hugging the frame rail. As you can see, it's like a super tight fit. The reason why we did it so low instead of just kind of like coming straight and across is for the intake. Now, like I was saying before in the last video, with 240s, the front end's longer, so you have this box right here and this open areas where you can usually fit the, you know, the MAF and the intake because it's large. But with the Z, we don't really have that because the intake is usually right here. So we're gonna have to drape it over this whole section, so we needed this room to basically cover it. Don't mind the red couplers, I'm really upset about it. It looks like ass, but I'll order these and we'll get those on, probably get them by Wednesday. But that looks fantastic. The room between the strut tower and the frame rail, you might not be able to tell because it's so dark, but intercore piping is done, which is crazy. So, but now we just kind of need an intake. All right, so as you can see, this big ugly thing has to go somewhere. Sucks that the SR MAFs aren't just a unit that you could pull out and put in a new housing. This whole housing has to be ran inside the bay. If I do upgrade a tune, I could go Z32 MAF, and it's black, cylindrical, and tiny, and you don't really see it. It's not really as ugly as this, but at that point, you might as well just go speed density and get rid of the MAF in general. But I was thinking about putting it like down underneath, but it doesn't put us far enough away from the turbo, and that'll just give us too turbulent of air for the MAF to work correctly. So we're gonna have to put it like over here on our pretty intercore piping. I think we decided to use the stock T28 fitting because it actually sits pretty nice. We're gonna add like a 90 here and just shove the freaking thing right here. I'm zoomed in, sorry. It's gonna look ugly, but I'm going speed density soon. We have to. It's just such a big upgrade in itself, so it'll be ugly in the meantime. Just like RJ. What? All right, so I stole the filter off my S13 because the parts stores are closed, and this MAF is disgusting. I'll clean it later, but we're just trying to get this done. Now, I think we're gonna just basically make it uniform, though the MAF setup is ugly. New neck pillow. I think as long as we make it like uniform, it actually will look pretty good. So we're gonna just have to connect this boy right here. So we just made the perfect cut right here. Well, Justin made the perfect cut, but it fits perfectly thanks to the stupid U-pipe that I bought accidentally. Awesome. Good news, I didn't waste my money. Fantastic. And that'll do the trick. So this came out perfect. Let's get her in. I really want to paint this black or get it powder coated because it's just ugly, and I don't think it's gonna really clean up much more than this. It looks so good right there. All right, now let's get the filter on and see how it looks. Super happy with that. That fits perfect. Now I really want to get this powder coated black, maybe this fitting too, and then clean this MAF up a little bit more. I should get rid of these stupid red couplers, and this base should look perfect. So it does look like I'm gonna have to extend my MAF plug, no worries, because it's gotta go literally right here, and it's not enough, it's not long enough to tuck underneath, so I'm just gonna drape it over for now and hope it doesn't melt. And what's nice about the T28 inlet, unlike the T25 inlet, is it has a breather tube built into it, so I don't have to get another coupler that has it, so we're just gonna go right here. I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope that happens. All right. We're gonna try and start it. I don't have a throttle cable bracket made up yet, whatever. The clutch still needs to be bled, but we're gonna try to get this thing to run. Now there's 1.5 million things that can go wrong. There's 1.5 million things that aren't even set yet, so hopefully we can get this thing to crank over. Now my first guess, if it doesn't crank, is I put my fuel lines on backwards. That's just, I think I did, and so that's the easiest thing.
You're always second guessing yourself. Just start the damn car.
Let's start it. Battery. Yeah. We'll change battery.
Okay. Told you it was gonna start.
That just started. Yeah. All right, let's go again.
Yeah, buddy.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That crusty custom wiring harness might not work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sure work.
Sucks.
All right, let's try again.
Timing's off.
Timing's off, yeah. On the, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Let's adjust that. So that's exactly what I was expecting. So the cam angle sensor is not set at all. It's just stuck in there. And our idle air control valve isn't even really hooked up. So it ran though. That was cool. I don't even think it misfired. I think it was just...
No, there's no misfire.
That was awesome. That's sick. That started off what? In not even three cranks?
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Round 2.
My eyes are burning, but it's running. Mm-hmm. I can't believe that just started, dude. That's unreal. RJ, you surprised? I'm not surprised.
I'm not really surprised. Usually most of the stuff you do tends to work.
My eyes are burning. I might tear up, like, because my eyes are burning now because I'm so happy.
I'm not surprised it started.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Besides, you know, the open downpipe thing, but engine sounds
Nice and healthy.
nice now. Cam angle sensor still needs to be set more. It's obviously in rough area, and then the idle air control valve might help eventually, but and the SR does not like open downpipe. It wants that back pressure that it's just not getting. So now I got to make a throttle cable bracket and bleed the clutch, and we could probably putt this thing.
Nice.
Nice. Holy, that scares the crap out of me every time. All right, we're all bled. RJ, hit the clutch, show them how it works. Hell yeah, full engagement or full disengagement. All right, so I could prove to you that it could drive. I don't want to drive it outside. I'm not gonna do it. It's really crappy out. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna engage the wheels on the lift and show you that it can drive. I don't know, it's good enough for me. Is that good enough for you, RJ?
It was good enough for me that it started. So.
That's true, but I just don't, I want to show that the full drivetrain is hooked up and ready to go, just because that's a whole nother thing in itself. So let's do it again.
Yoink. It's amazing how that was easier than opening the door.
Nice.
It idled so smooth for like 5 seconds. If I can get it to idle that smooth all the time, we're lit. Wheels engaged, good?
Oh yeah.
They engaged.
Clutch feels good. Clutch honestly isn't as stiff as I thought it would be. That's
No, it feels normal.
Yeah, it feels like normal, which throws me off because I always expect the clutch to feel, you know,
Like an aftermarket clutch.
Yeah, like your aftermarket.
Yeah,
clutch.
no, it doesn't feel like that.
This is I'm pretty sure this is a stage 4 clutch.
The new pressure plate technology they have now, it's all leverage.
It's unreal. So the wheels engaged, it will drive. I'm very confident it will drive. I mean, you saw that. It would stay running. It stayed idling for quite a bit after I got off the gas too, which is sick. Tranny went in smooth, clutch let out like a fucking dream, and the fuel pump is still going. I gotta put a switch to that, but there it is. The Z is officially running and driving, but and it's only, what time is it? 11:40.
It's before January 8th.
Before January, so we just made it by 20 minutes.
Up high.
Up high. Justin, this is such a big moment. This is good.
That's
There it is.
This thing is awesome.
January 7th, we made the deadline. See you soon, Tommy. I can't get over how amazing this thing is coming together. It's so cool. Like, the other side has gotten a little clustered up just because of all the piping. It still looks super clean. The intake actually sits way nicer than I thought it would, and the intercooler piping is just so sleek you don't even really see it. And then this pipe is just really just shows how everything's just condensed right here. Nice and empty. But I can't wait to try another valve cover. It's gonna look hot.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look really good.
It's gonna look really good. So still a few things we need to do. Actually, there's still a lot of things we need to do. So full exhaust, obviously. We're gonna work on that probably tomorrow if things work out right. If not, whatever. We still need to put a blow-off valve on. So no biggie, we can always run it a few days without it. It's not really gonna hurt the turbo. We're actually gonna put the blow-off valve on the intercooler. So instead of trying to, find a titanium blow-off valve, you could easily put on the intercooler. We'll probably put it on the side somewhere over here, I'm assuming. It's probably the best bet. We'll do that, that'll be nice and easy. On top of that, I have to wire my fans in. I wanna do a temperature controlled switch so I don't have to worry about constantly switching it on and off. This way it'll do it by itself. Shouldn't be too hard to do. Have to wire a fuel pump relay or just a hard switch to it. I haven't decided. A relay would be kind of nicer. Besides that, it's just a little tidying stuff up and trying to get this thing really dialed in. I still got to set the timing on the cam angle sensor and figure out the idle air control valve and everything else. I can't believe it ran with it. It literally cranked over 3 times and ran, which is insane. This motor has probably been sitting for years, and look at that. And my crusty old wire harness did the job. So I'm gonna consider that a win. I think so. I think we did an amazing job. I know Tommy's gonna, give me issues and whine a little bit how I didn't actually just drive it down the road. I don't care. It's capable of driving down the road. We basically said if it just like limps down the road, it'd be fine. Honestly, my brakes don't work that well right now. We have to re-bleed them. And my power steering stuff isn't hooked up. And I don't have coolant in the system, which we could throw in. But it's just, it wasn't worth it. I think I proved that it would drive. Went through the gears, car runs as long as you keep the throttle going, but it's there. I will consider this a win, especially for how close we got and how much work we put in the past couple of days. So we made it, and that's sick. It's a great feeling. Pulled the VG out of this car November 29th, and it's now the 7th of January. Full painted engine bay, everything, even with the holidays, and it's together. That's a feat in itself. I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah, me too.
So I can't wait to see how an SR feels in this Z, dude. This is gonna be an unreal feeling, but that's it. So huge shout out to Justin again. Make sure you guys check out his channel. Link is in the description. His video he dropped yesterday is on the intake side. It is weld porn at its finest. Came out amazing. Very technical. You'll learn a lot, and it's Justin has great content. That's all I gotta say.
Well, thank you. Yeah, stay tuned, guys, because in the next couple of days, I'll be dropping the video for the exhaust on this car.
There you go. The exhaust is going to be really cool to see together, to see the full system exhaust being completely designed from scratch. That's going to be sick. Great experience, and that's all I really have to say. So, we won. That's sick. Good luck on the next challenge, Tommy. I'll see you then. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and have a fabulous night. Justin Palmett.